Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our second part, shorter version, kind of a recap of the first one. Welcome. Yes. Anything's possible in this show. We are unlike the Democrats and Republicans. We have a completely different approach to looking at the problems in the world. Unlike the Democrats, I don't want to penalize corporations. I actually want to innovate and fix the problem. And that's all built into our book, Hybrid Capitalism, which we wrote in 2012 and very much relevant today. It has a great potential for growth for our country to get a return on investment from enterprises that make sense and have solutions to common sense problems in America. I'm David Sponheim, and this is America's Third Party. We are essentially giving you updated information every night that you can't find in the mainstream media. That's what makes this a very edgy show and gives you a chance to actually talk and communicate with a person who really does care about this country. Hybrid capitalism is the best of all forms of economics. We've taken a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Some people argue that I'm a socialist because I want to create generic pharmaceuticals at a company that America can own, helping people who have health problems that they can't afford to solve with the costly diabetes medications and blood pressure medications. It's not socialism, but it's a little bit of that concept that getting the government to build an enterprise that sells products would be smart. We can get a return on investment, operate in an area that Big Pharma can't even touch because they're too expensive, and still get money back to you and credit your taxes. So it lowers the tax burden on the American citizen. Big time. But we also have a flat tax idea that would be an excellent way of evolving both for rich people and poor people. That's part of our concept of a hybrid capitalism. We're getting away from the regressive or progressive tax codes, which have stifled our economy. A 10% flat tax would offer people a different way of dealing with life stresses. And I made it a graduated tax, so it wouldn't kick in until you made $50,000. So that means that anybody below $50,000 would not have to pay taxes. Isn't that a great idea? And then if you have a lot of money, everyone wants to get a $50,000 investment free of taxes, so it will encourage foreign investment in this country as well. And rich people won't have to pay such exorbitant expenses for tax accountants just to avoid taxes. Now, you probably all know that Amazon didn't pay any taxes last year. And Trump's tax cuts for the rich really are draining our bank accounts as a nation. We're running out of money. He and the Republicans are going to cost us over $5 trillion overall. And we're going to be looking at massive cost overruns left and right under Trump on top of less taxes. That's a recipe for disaster. Okay, we have a story tonight. That's right, a story about early 1900s farmhouse secluded on a lonely road. These people that go out with their video cameras are kind of fun to watch. And they go to the weirdest places and find some amazing stuff. Urbix Indigo. Wow. Talk about a cut in the past. It's like a ghost story. Activated shatters should not be on, but it is. Yeah, I'll turn it off. Sarah must have had it on. Okay, thank you. It's off now. Oh, Sarah was attacked during that time period? Okay, well, I'm glad she turned it on then. That's good. So yeah, this is a pretty interesting show where these guys go in and look at really old stuff and abandoned buildings. It's just weird. It makes you wonder, who would leave their house completely abandoned? And that's going to be on our show tonight. All right. So we are kind of waiting on William Barr to... Oh, wait a second. This is algorithms are maximizing profits for online retailers by colluding to keep prices high. Wow. I believe that. Yeah. Walmart always does it. In fact, Walmart uses a basic plan to charge different rates for different items at different stores. It actually works very well in their favor. They don't seem to have a problem with it. Interesting. Okay, well, I don't really want to feature that story. I'd rather talk about something more important. Yeah, probably. People were murdered in that house or something. And we're going to be watching more of the Beach Boys tonight. God only knows what I'd be without monetization. Yeah, news events are popping up right now. It does look like we're going to wait for William Barr to present the 448-page unredacted to Congress. If he doesn't, there will be a contempt charge filed against him. So that's coming this week. Donald Trump is using William Barr to obstruct now that he's tried every way possible to obstruct this investigation. We found out from the Mueller report that Donald Trump was running around all the time asking people to stop the Russian investigation and fire Mueller. And now he won't even let Dan McGahn speak out when he's already testified to Mueller that that's what Trump was doing. So now Trump has put a gag order pretty much on Dan McGahn, his assistant, claiming that he doesn't want him to testify, which is again obstruction. Everywhere we turn, we're seeing Donald Trump obstruct here, obstruct there, everywhere we turn, including his little private relationship with Devin Nunes, which turned out to be a very, very unethical behavior by Devin Nunes, in my opinion. Handing over the entire file to Donald, giving him all the hit points. Completely unethical. Michael Cohen, who's spoken very frankly about Trump, who many people believe may still know things and maybe still be protecting Trump. Ironically, remember Trump offered him a plea agreement before he started squealing about all of Trump's misdeeds. But Michael Cohen is now heading to prison Monday. Ex-officials say the rat should watch his back. I say this is a disaster. Justice should not have been served against Michael Cohen. I would immediately pardon him if I were president. He is the one man that stood up and told the truth and was called a liar and a rat now by Trump's people. Trump even tried to bribe him to not say anything by offering him a plea agreement, which is again obstruction, and witness tampering, which is illegal. Now, why our country is plagued by this stupid president who continues to try to interrupt every single aspect of this investigation is beyond belief. That you people who support Trump would stand there in defense of him, acting like he can do no wrong. Oh, it's all a Russian hoax. Oh, this was the joke about Biden, yeah. His joke site's getting more virality than his serious site. Good for that. He's also corporate and part of the two-party dilemma we're in right now. Okay. Okay, good. The beat goes on with Venezuela. Guaido urges opposition onward in Venezuela, defends the failed plot to oust Maduro. Guaido is receiving cash from Western forces that opened up bank accounts for him to operate. He didn't get the popular vote. That's all a lie. And Trump is supporting Guaido, but he seems to be also supporting Putin, who supports Maduro. So our foreign policy toward Venezuela is like topsy-turvy, flip-flop, this, that, and the other thing. Who cares? We don't even have a policy toward Venezuela. Trump is an idiot for not getting the supplies when they needed it. Now, I would have gotten food and supplies to people in need. Had I been president, I would have helped the poor people. But we didn't get that from Trump. He didn't want to give them anything. He wanted to send, there was an effort to get supplies in through one venue, but Maduro doesn't trust the roads. He doesn't trust roads carrying possibly, armaments to rebels. He might be right, too. You don't know. I mean, they could even have bombs on those food shipments to Venezuela. You can't trust anything. Anyway, Sustainable Saturday is dedicated to something other than this. But right now, we're headed toward this. Trump and Putin actually being bosom buddies and working together has created a new wave of military buildup in the intermediate nuclear force area. Trump is not pursuing an intermediate nuclear force treaty. Putin is definitely not pursuing the INF treaty. So we are now facing a large buildup of intermediate missiles that could easily kill hundreds of thousands of people. All because Trump and Putin are on the same page. They're working together for the global elitists who want to control the world, and they don't give a damn what happens to it or us. So this is definitely more of an option than ever before. Dirty Harry 44 Magnum close-up. Okay, go ahead and make my day.
Cock 45 here with the Dirty Harry revolver. Model 29, 6.5-inch barrel.
Yeah.
Thought we ought to do some close-up shooting with it, don't you think? Such a pretty...
I don't think at all. I haven't thought a lot at all. I just react quickly with lightning fast reaction time. Yeah. Go ahead and make my day. Punk! Okay, we'll have the Clint Eastwood 44 Magnum up close and personal for those gun enthusiasts. Unlike Trump, I will not waver on gun rights. I support your gun rights. I'm not going to make it an issue. Trump is all over the place. First we take their guns, then we do the due process. And he didn't even know that an AR-15 is readily available at your local Ace Hardware. He didn't even know that. I mean, this guy is completely lost on gun rights. I'm amazed the NRA gave him $30 million, but kind of strange that the NRA gave him $30 million. And right after the NRA gave him $30 million, he writes a check for $26 million to Melania's party planner. Yeah, they apparently paid her millions of dollars, this woman. So like Trump got $30 million, we don't even know if the NRA got money from Russia to give that to him. Chat is up. Yeah, this woman, Stephanie Winston Wolkoff, made $26 million in payback. That's just a really suspicious. The inaugural event took $26 million. It's just everything about the money movement of Donald Trump is being investigated by the Democrats. But I don't even think they're on top of this one. This is a big chunk. Right after he got $30 million, just went right out to this woman. And she's a close friend of Melania. You got to wonder if there's something involved there. Is Melania staying in the marriage so that she could make money? Is that why she puts up with Donald Trump's behavior? Because it does seem like Melania is a tortured soul, unhappy in a relationship. You got the Trump hair and the Trump skin, really? Hey, Petoro. Greetings. All right, well, good for you. I'm so glad for you. It's a new look for you, and you need to have a new look. Now, apparently they've made some big breakthroughs. We talked about this past week. Lithium metal batteries, we covered this story on Thursday. Lithium metal batteries could power drones for 70% longer. A US-based startup has shown off its new lithium metal battery that could change drones forever. A new kind of battery might revolutionize flight if the US-based startup Cuberg, or Cuberg, C-U-B-E-R-G, has anything to say about it. They have support from Boeing and venture capitalists. Okay, good to know. Now, apparently the Boeing 737 that drifted off the runway today was not related to the 737 MAX 8 disaster that killed 364 people. 346 people, rather. Yeah. The river incident put this boat in the middle of the river. And apparently about 4 animals died, but no humans were hurt. USA Today.
p.m. today, a civilian contract aircraft arriving at Naval Air Station Jacksonville from Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, slid off the runway 10 here at Naval Air Station Jacksonville into the St. Johns River. Navy security and emergency response personnel were at the scene immediately and began rescue efforts. There were 136 passengers on board and 7 aircrew, and as I said, all 143 were quickly accounted for and brought to shore.
Oh, that's good. Except for the 4 animals that were in the luggage department. I'm down here in the luggage. Poor animals. Somebody lost their loved one. Animals. It'd be tough taking a flight and having your animal die in the hold. Anyway. Hey, you are listening to America's Third Party, the reigning power for a third party in the upcoming election. Welcome. Now, Gary Johnson has been kicked around. I've been way ahead of Gary Johnson for years, but he gets the media time. I don't. They don't want me to be known amongst Americans. They know that I've got very good ideas for the country, and I'm quick on my feet, and I can certainly respond to the problems of the day. They're more inclined to believe that somebody like Donald, who's manipulatable, tractable, with lots of greed and money lending issues and possibly sex selfies out there, they want that guy who they can control. You wish you could find that one woman here in Houston? Well, have you considered going to a pet store? It's been proven, women are more likely to talk to you at a pet store. Yeah, you probably didn't know that. Yeah. You can strike up conversations with women all the time, especially the women that work there. Yeah. You might meet a pet store woman working at the pet store. You know, one way to like lock in on the relationship is to ask her what her favorite pet is and then buy it from her. And then ask her to help you out starting it up. That's one way to get to know her. You got to get creative to meet women in that respect. You can't just expect women to walk up to you and go, "Hi, are you looking at the same tablet I am?" I'm onto something there. And also, if you do get a dog and you walk it in the neighborhood park, women will come on to you and because they would like to pet your dog. It's an opener, and you can easily talk to people when they pet your dog. Yeah, I'm teaching all the secrets to meeting a woman without a wingman like me on your side. And isn't that gracious of me? And I'm doing it all for free. No charge to you.
Why not?
Pretty good, huh? So yeah, unlike the Democrats who want to really waver on this, I really do think a ban on plastic packaging is in order right now. I think the Democrats have proven one thing: they can't fix the environmental crisis we have. They can't solve homeless problems. Look at the poop on the streets of San Francisco. It's everywhere. We showed a picture last week of San Francisco poop, and it was frightening. They've geolocated all the poop that's been put out there, and holy crap, it's literally covered. The new poop map shows San Francisco literally covered in human excrement. And these are Democrats, mind you, like Pelosi, that can't seem to deal with this problem. It shows you how ineffective they are at solving problems. But there is San Francisco, San Poopismo. We're talking San Francisco. Where do they defecate? Where do they go? You know, the concept of building a bathroom is certainly on the table. What a concept, to actually build a bathroom when people need to go to the bathroom. No, that's not true. I met women all over the place. I used to date women left and right, and you have to meet a woman online. It takes a long time to meet a woman online who you are compatible with. You can meet anybody anywhere in any situation and probably have a little mini romance. San Fran Poopsville. There you go. I'm serious. You know, a laundromat. You can meet a woman at a laundromat. It's a little creepy, but it's still possible. I can't tell you I ever scored at a laundromat because that wasn't my goal. But seriously, but if you want to meet a quality person, you have to get to know them online. And then you have to talk to them on the phone. And if you go through that protocol, you won't be like that poor guy, Melko, I just banned, who has never had a date, never had sex, and wonders why his mother thinks he's a total failure. San Francisco. There you go. San Francisco. It's San Francisco. Where are the bathrooms? Where are the people? Yeah, I had to ban him because he keeps coming back. Yeah, anyway, I don't want to pick on the guy's fragile ego. Yeah, there was a story about suicide that I didn't want to play because, well, I don't want anyone to think that, you know, that's something that's an option in life, but I better tell you about it before the end of the show. Just so I won't have to tell you about it tomorrow, because I won't be here tomorrow. I know. Taking the day off. We take Sundays off. Why don't they just set up a porta potty? Yeah, they could put porta potties. San Francisco could have a port that they could potty in. Yeah, San Francisco's rent is so high, you can see why there's so many homeless there. Yeah, some people just can't meet their rent, so they just move onto the street outside their luxury condominium. I would not doubt that that's the case. I used to live here, but now I can't afford it, so I just live in a tent. The Netflix series 13 Reasons Why is linked to a spike in suicide rates. A study supported by the National Institute of Mental Health observed a near 30% increase in suicide rates amongst teenagers in the month following the release of 13 Reasons Why on Netflix. Yeah, so I don't even want to see this. I want to warn you not to watch it. Don't even go there. If there's some sort of a propensity for people to kill themselves, it's probably being engineered by the Tavistock Institute into the programming itself. They're probably sending you brainwave altered visuals so that you'll want to kill yourself. Who knows? And here's Vicky McClure's Dementia Choir, The Power of Music. That's wonderful. 1 million people in the UK are expecting to be living with dementia by 2025. While there is no cure, there's growing evidence that music can help ameliorate symptoms such as depression and agitation. When he was just 30 years old, Daniel received a diagnosis nobody was expecting. The former drummer and engineer had to give up work after developing problems with his speech memory and motor skills. The culprit was a rare form of Alzheimer's disease, a condition most common in over 65 people. In over people aged 65 or over, but which can affect much younger people too. So apparently they just start babbling and they're playing music. This is a great time for me to show you my cool website called Cool Rock. Yeah, where you can sit and play and doodle and have fun while you watch our show. Let me show you how to do it. You ready? Here we go.
In a world where bass rules the planet and its inhabitants worship sound, two superpowers collide. We bring you a nightly soundscape of incredible music. Join us at coolrock.com and watch virtual chat, great music, and interactive news links.
Okay, first you got to hit the enable a flash for the iBlog show to work, and then you've got iBlog. And if you want to get rid of a nuisance box, which pops up because they don't have any ads anymore, this guy doesn't take advertising, I guess. You can check out the community. You've got the whole thing right there on the screen. You got the whole world right there on the screen. And then you got the chat on both sides if you want it. You've even got pro cams down there if you want to go in and chat. And if you want to play some of these really cool computer modules, we've got great stuff. You can play interactively with an AI system. Anyway, have fun with that, or you can play with your keyboard. Hit the play button, and it opens up your keyboard. And if you want to go down here, you got a drum machine. We got all kinds of new rhythms. We can play fun stuff for you. Anyway, have fun with that. We also got a harp over here. And if you want to play with psychedelia, we've got that too. Mr. Doob has this amazing psychedelic series of different things, plugins that you can go at and look at, three-dimensional rollouts, all kinds of fun stuff that you would never imagine finding on the internet. Look at that. Pretty amazing, huh? And you can move this box anywhere on this page. You can put it up, say you want to put it up here where the chat is, and you want to play with it. You can park it right there. This is your page to do whatever you want with it. You can X out of any of these screens. We got cool little click me buttons here that give you more stuff. You got a song lyric generator, which you can create songs just like the big hits that are out there with new words. You've got a utility Vakaroo has to record your microphone and your audio system. Yeah, and you've got really a vast array of things to work with, including a news story site down here that gives news from all three sides: the right, center, and left. Here, Trump and Putin talk about the Russian hoax. Trump boasts, here's the right saying, Trump boasts about very good call with Putin, slams new media. The centrist position is Trump calls Putin and talks of Russian hoax. And then the left wing says Trump says he talked to Putin about Russian hoax, but not about ongoing election interference. You see how they frame the news to fit their particular agenda, left, right, center. And this is a really cool site if you want to understand the history of America and you want to learn all about our states. I highly recommend that just to discover what the country's about. You know, there's Wyoming. Wyoming gets its name from the Algonquin words for land of the vast plains. After the Union Pacific Railroad reached the town of Cheyenne, the capital, in 1867, the population began to grow steadily in Wyoming Territory, established in 1868. Anyway, they got other stories out there about Wyoming and other states. All right, almost up to the last minute here. And if you want to check out a really cool site at the top of the page, you can check out Scissor Fights Music right here. And Web Oasis, which will open up a venue so large that you won't even know where you're at on the internet. It opens up to access points all across the globe that are fully tested and have great information sharing. This is a veritable portal to the internet. All at coolrock.com as a free site to check out and plug into any place you want and have fun watching our show. Hey, isn't that cool? Thank you. Peter Mayhew died. Yeah, the Chewbacca guy passed away last week. I'm very sorry to hear. Great actor, too. He really threw his heart and soul into Chewbacca. Okay, this is a site I haven't looked at. Emperor Wears No Clothes. Overview of the history of cannabis. Primary uses of hemp. New $1 million crop. This looks like a full story. Wow. Chapter 1. Chapter 2. Wow. Well, here's a link to tell you all about cannabis. Check it out. The history of. Okay, everyone. This is it. Another great night. Okay. Being we're censored heavily, our viewership is constantly trying to get into our chat room and can't, and I'm very sorry about that. Ever since our show took off internationally, we've had a number of people trying to get in and can't do it. Many people overseas cannot get into Twitter. It blocks European VPNs. Many people who want to get into our show at iVlog can't do that because they don't get Flash to work on their computers. Their Flash is blocked in some countries. And anyone who wants to get into Vaughn can't because Mark controls all the access points and has 350 million VPN IPs banned every day and has admitted that. And tonight we saw T. Rucker go on screen. The guy who allegedly died, and Mark said he cried about his death and talked about what a sad thing it was that he died. Turns out he faked his death. And T. Rucker was online tonight, just like we said, he faked his death. So these people are making lots of money, and they're afraid that when I become president, I'm going to be prosecuting the hell out of these people. And I will. Count on it. I'm not going to, no stone unturned when it comes to stopping the people that tried to stop me over the past 8 years while I try to help my own country. Hey, you think this is a joke? You think it's funny that you're making lots of money and at the cost of the American people having a free venue to talk? It's not going to happen. Calmer minds will prevail, and this country will get what it deserves, a better leader. Now, we lost Abraham Lincoln, but I can be a close second. Thank you very much for coming into the show tonight. I appreciate it, everyone. I'll see you later.
Samuel Fox, Vice Chairman.
Cause you make me melt.